Hey, it's your girl, Queen G, aka DJ Caution, Lady of Love, from the Love Line Radio Show. And I am back. I am back with, don't even know where to begin with the amount of things I'm surrounded with. So I think just to really jump off, we're just going to get to the point. People want to know. So what do you want to know? I'm going to grab paper. And let's just say, first thing that I'm grabbing, it is, here we go, 3500 exhibit MT5410CR. What does it say? Whatever it says, can't read it backwards, whatever. Nonetheless, if I scroll up just a little bit further for you, and I even bring it to the camera, let me point it out for you here. So you have right here, first sentence. Okay. Official record, and this was dated 8/30/2012. Federal Bureau of Investigations, page 1 of 2. Investigated on 8/2/2012 at Brooklyn, New York, United States, in person. File number 245DNY300436302, dated draft 8/30/2012. And it states, Terrace Williams, date of birth, DOB 11/4/1974, was interviewed at the Eastern District of New York, EDNY, on August 2nd and August 28th, 2012. Present at various times during these interviews were Assistant United States Attorney Matthew, can't pronounce that last name, EDNY, New York State detectives were also there. After being advised of the identity of the interviewing agent or detectives and the nature of the interview, Williams provided the following information. Williams stated that he is currently sharing a cell, number 22, since May of 2012 in the Segregated Housing Unit, SHU, of the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC. Let me say that again. Since May of 2012, Mr. Williams stated that he was currently sharing a cell, number 22, in the Segregated Housing Unit, SHU, of the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, Brooklyn, New York, with Timothy Pickney. Williams further stated Pickney told Williams that they, law enforcement, were trying to hook Pickney to SDOT. Williams explained that Pickney is nervous about a murder Pickney, committed sometime in 2008 on Long Island for retaliation of a member of the Wu-Tang Rappers being killed. Pickney confided in Williams that Pickney, is very nervous about the law enforcement finding out about his murder. Pickney described himself as being on camera during this murder and that it took place inside the project housing lobby. Pickney also stated that Williams that Pickney, shot an individual in the stomach who survived and the other victim died. Pickney recounted that they drove to the location in a Lincoln Navigator and entered through the rear of the project. Pickney was nervous about doing this job on Long Island because they closed down the bridge if something happens. Williams recalled that Pickney may have mentioned being in possession of a .40 caliber Glock at the time of the shooting. Williams was also told by Pickney that Pickney, was involved in a jewelry store robbery in which a Spanish guy was shot sometime in 2008 or 2009. Pickney described an ammo clip being left behind and that $12,000 to $13,000 in cash was taken. Williams stated that in regards to violence with S. Pinckney explained that in instance Pinckney was beefing with guys about S. way when Pinckney offered fire on a car on a Sunday morning, killing an innocent man who was with his child. Williams was also told by Pinckney that Pinckney, killed one of S. workers by the name of Williams believes Delvin, in retaliation for Pinckney being shot by one of S. crew. Pinckney explained that this occurred because Pinckney was extorting S. Pinckney explained that this occurred because Pinckney was extorting S. Williams also recalled, now remember these are recollections of Terrance Williams during an investigation in MDC in 2012 while he was being held there in New York. Williams also recalled that Pinckney stated that Pinckney killed the guy for S. in 2005 who had stolen S. cell phone. Pinckney explained that S. pointed the guy out and that Pinckney, shot this individual in the face 4 times while the victim he was with fled the scene. Pinckney described the victim as wearing a USA sweater and that S. baby mother called and said, "That dude is there." Pinckney described that before the murder, they went to get a .380 handgun. Pinckney further described to Williams that the weapon, along with one other, may have been confiscated by the police after a disturbance at Pinckney's baby mother's shower. Williams described that he himself was the triggerman on 3 separate murders in 1994. Williams stated that he robbed and killed an individual by the name of Lionel over a half a kilo, killed a crackhead who paid for product with an inoperable gun, and also killed a customer who complained about the product. Prior to these murders, Williams explained that he was implicated in 3 others, but was exonerated. The first of these murders was in 1992, when a Walter Johnson killed an individual over jewelry. And other murder occurred in 1992 when a small child was killed initially in the projects, and Williams' name came up. And a third murder in August 1994 when Williams was stabbed in the stomach in June and was recovering. Williams further explained that at his sentencing on federal drug charges, his sentence was enhanced despite his cooperation because of being present at 2 homicides committed by his crew. Now, at the bottom of this document is a handwritten note. This is page 2 of what I just read to you. And the handwriting states, "You want to uphold the image of what your brothers live. You committed murders and you claim you changed. You assaulted an inmate with a weapon and you are in the box right now for a weapon. Your brothers are influential people in the music industry and you are doing anything you can get out. You are doing anything to get out there to enjoy the successes." What's up, gangster? Facts? Fiction? True? Not true? Yes? No? Possibility, half a chance? I mean, come on. I've watched your videos and I've heard you continuously talk about you've only told on the dead. I have received all of this And it wasn't sent to me from the dead. I get phone calls. And after I hear that this call's from a federal correctional facility, the name isn't Casper. That's how true it is. So you say you've changed and, you're living the truth. I'm a person that knows about living truth. Lord knows I do. When you live the truth, you gotta live the whole truth. Because even what you sweep under the rug, understand, eventually, either by eviction or by choice of moving, somebody else is coming in and they might not like your decor. They're going to rip that rug up. Whatever was left there will be found. And apparently, the rugs are being torn up. So let's be real transparent. And let's talk about it. Apparently, the world want to know, and you know it. Because just like in this last statement, it says, you are doing anything to get out there to enjoy the successes. You've actually closed a few of your videos with that. About how bigger channels don't get things because now they want smaller ones, and how you just trying to enjoy this, that, and the other. What about the enjoyment you took from those who deserve it too? Do they deserve to be sitting there because you lied? Because of a lie that you heard? Let's talk about it. This is story time. From the cell to the streets. The rise of Son Carter. Story of Sean Taylor, S. Dot. Being brought to you by the Love Lounge Radio Show. DJ Caution, a.k.a. Queen G. Trust me, we got a lot to talk about.